A few months ago, I did a video on Lloyd Avery II, an actor who literally transformed into the same characters that he portrayed, which ultimately cost him his life. Check out that video, which will be in the corner and in the description. In today's video, I will be talking about another young actress who unfortunately started to live the life she portrayed on film. Welcome to my channel, everyone. Courtney Elise here, aka Court Crimes TV. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and comment. Also, hit that notification bell. That way you'll know every time I upload. Let's get into the video. Tara Correa-McMullen, born Shalva McMullen, was born May 24, 1989 in Westminster, Vermont, to parents Mary Deborah Correa and Thomas McMullen. Her father wasn't around much, so it left her mother raising her and her older sister on her own. To seek a better life, her mother would move them to Southern California. Living in Los Angeles was not all glitz and glam. It was expensive living there. Tara and her family would live in motels, and to make ends meet, her mother worked at a talent agency. During her freshman year of high school, Tara would attend Venice High School. One day, during lunchtime, a student by the name of Maurice Tipton was in the music room playing around on the grand piano. He said as he was playing, he felt someone watching him. When he looked up, it was Tara. I add this because from an early age, Tara was always fascinated with music and acting. It's said that as a little girl, she loved to sing and she danced in several dance troupes. So when she heard Maurice playing the grand piano beautifully, she was in awe, and the two became friends, which then evolved into a relationship. While attending Venice High School, Tara would join the school choir. Her teacher, Wendy Cernoff, said that it was evident Tara was gifted and how she wanted to be a star from the get-go. Like I said before, Tara's mother worked at a talent agency. While at work one day, she overheard a conversation about a particular role. Knowing Tara was obsessed with Hollywood and acting, she recommended her daughter. Tara would audition and land the role. The movie would be Rebound, starring comedic legend Martin Lawrence. She was described as a natural when it came to acting. They described her as a Queen Latifah type actress. Soon after the success of Rebound, she would land the role of Graciela Reyes in Judging Amy. Graciela Reyes is a young girl who is in a gang and they find a knife in her backpack. So she ends up in Judge Amy's courtroom. The irony of Tara's story is crazy, but let's keep going. Judging Amy was an American legal drama series that ran from September 1999 to May of 2005. The casting director said it was really difficult to cast the part because they needed someone who could pull off being a gang member but was also still a kid. Tara was perfect for the role. Her acting in Judging Amy was so good that they decided to build the entire 6th season around her. Initially, she was only supposed to do 1 episode. Tara completed the first several episodes out of 22. She was dedicated and everything was going well. Then one day, during filming, the writer got a call that Tara had just left the studio. They immediately went to look for her, but they couldn't find her. She was gone. Unbeknownst to them, Tara had been associating herself with some very dangerous people. She started dating a guy by the name of Christopher Avery, a Centinela Park family blood. Christopher was 10 years older than her and was extremely dangerous. Her mother, Deborah, desperately tried to keep Tara away from him by constantly calling the cops. She was hoping police could find any reason to arrest him, but they didn't, which in my opinion is crazy because he was a grown man dating a teenage little girl. You would think they would be able to arrest him solely off of that, but they didn't. This man was involved in robberies and assaults. I also want to add that he locked Tara in a room and threatened to blow her brains out if she tried to leave. It amazes me how the police never stepped in to get him away from Tara, despite the mother constantly calling the police to get him away from her child, but I digress. He was also rumored to have shot up an apartment complex referred to as the Blues, which was a hangout spot for Crips. A rival gang member was also hit, but I'll get into that later on in the video. Her ex-boyfriend Maurice said that you could see she had changed ever since she met Christopher. He said she went from wearing bright, colorful, nice-fitting clothes to wearing dark and grimy clothing. When he looked in her eyes, he didn't see her beautiful blue eyes. Instead, he saw darkness. Everyone was shocked at how drastically she had changed. The cast members of Judging Amy tried to help her and get her somewhere safe, but she refused. To make matters worse, Maurice said that one day Tara went to his house with sunglasses on, and when she removed them, she had 2 black eyes and scratches all over her face. Tara had told him that she had been jumped in. To be jumped in is a gang initiation, which involves other gang members beating the prospective member as a test of his or her courage and fighting abilities. She was already in too deep, but the writers of Judging Amy didn't want to give up on her. They knew she was still a child, and they figured if they could just get her back in for anything, maybe she'll come back and it'll pull her away from the gang lifestyle. They would call a meeting with her reps and her mother, but they would be informed that Tara didn't want to continue with the show anymore. This sudden news was a hard pill to swallow because the whole 6th season was written around her. They couldn't let her just give up on everything so abruptly. They would finally talk to Tara themselves and try to convince her to come back. They offered her everything, but once again, she refused. People from the show said she kept telling them that it's over. There's no coming back. The rumors on the set was that she allegedly killed someone. There's no proof of this, and thankfully, no one on the set believed this. Miraculously, they somehow got her to agree to film for just one day, so they scheduled her immediately. Very little dialogue was assigned because they didn't really know how she was going to act. They were just happy she was actually showing up. When she showed up for filming, they made sure there was extra security so she could feel comfortable. The writer of the show made sure to be there with her the entire time. She didn't leave her side the whole day. Tara would confide in the show's writer, constantly saying, "It's all over." The writer said when she looked at Tara, it was as if Tara was going to burst into tears at any moment. Tara would end up getting through the whole day and finish all of her scenes. Her last scene was of her getting on a prison bus. Her character would be killed in prison by a rival gang member. After filming was over, the writer said she hoped she didn't have to put an in memoriam on this episode because I don't know how long she's going to be here. October 21st, 2005, at around 7:30 p.m., a would occur and 3 people would be hit in the courtyard of an apartment complex. Officers pointed out 8 7.62 expended casings on the sidewalk. The walls and ceilings were riddled with bullets. One guy was hit 2 times in his back. Another guy was hit twice on the side of his body, and Tara was hit 5 times. She would die while being rushed to the hospital.
About 8 7.62 expended casings on the sidewalk. I did notice as I was approaching, and as you come into the entryway of this apartment complex, the walls on this side were just riddled with bullets, as well as the ceiling up here.
It's said that while they were all standing on the sidewalk, a gray Toyota Tundra pulled up and a guy hopped out and started
A group of individuals sitting on the planter box here. This was not even here at the time. And the suspect car had stopped in the middle of the street. And when one of the victims noticed the suspect exiting the vehicle with a rifle, he started pushing everyone inside the apartment complex to avoid getting shot. And that's when he sustained about 2 or 3 shots in his back.
It wouldn't take long for police to make an arrest. Damian Watts, aka Lil Chopper, a member of the Rollin' 60s Crips, would be arrested. He had been involved in 2 the day before, killing 1. Investigators figured the shooting that killed Tara was in retaliation. Tara wasn't the initial target. Her boyfriend Christopher Avery was. Like I said earlier, Christopher allegedly shot up an apartment complex, the Blues, that was a known Crip hangout. When Damian saw Christopher, he immediately jumped out of the truck and started When the began, instead of protecting Tara, this coward ran and slammed the security door, leaving everyone outside to be At the trial, Damian's demeanor was as if he could care less. He was found guilty of 2 counts of murder and multiple counts of attempted murder. He was sentenced to life in prison. As for Christopher, he was shot shot dead 4 years after Tara's murder. Tara was only 16 years old when she was murdered. It is so sad watching the HBO special of people closest to her saying that all Tara said was, "It's over, it's over," when she was only 16. She had so much going for her. She had the opportunities of a lifetime to become a mega actress in Hollywood and live her dreams. But for a grown man with no life to pull her into the evil and dangerous gang life is heartbreaking, because she had so much potential. She was already in a blockbuster movie with a star. But rest in peace, Tara.